Hey you guys, it is that time. Pick a story where in one of these decks or all of the decks could be a story for you. So what I like to do is hold each deck up to the camera to see if it's resonating with you. And we'll go ahead and start with deck number one. Could your story or message be here in deck number one? All right. Or could your story or message be here in deck number two? All right. Or could your story or message be here in deck number three? All right. I hope you guys have made your selections. Let's go ahead and begin with deck number one. Okay. And this is an indie deck. It's called This Might Hurt Tarot. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. Central issue, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, yay. And the World came out. I said yay because she like totally has my body. Look at her little belly and her areola. Oh my God, I know. TMI. Take it. All right, so central issue here is that you guys may be overcoming something or trying to move on and start over. I feel like this is a time for new beginnings in your life. I feel like you've grown, you've matured, and I also feel like you're trying to be at peace with whatever's happening in your life. Now, you could have moved on from a relationship. Maybe you feel like you've outgrown your job, or maybe you feel like it's time to start a new life, so like a relocation. This also could be an upcoming trip for some of you. I also see something going on where you guys are getting a lot of offers. You're getting a lot of offers, but you're turning them all down. It's funny, I'm noticing this hand come out twice, the Pentacle hand. So this offer could be a romantic offer, or it could be a job offer. It also could be from, the earth element, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I also have the air element out, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like you're trying to block out things as well, or maybe someone has blocked you or is trying to move on from you. Either way, I feel like there is some sort of opportunity being offered here. Now, this might go the other way, where this is some sort of opportunity for you to relocate or take a trip, or maybe someone is offering to pay for something for you. I can see that as well. You also could be focused on your finances. You might be focused on things that you value. Maybe you are also focusing more on your health at this time, or you will be. In a love situation, it seems like there's stagnant energy. I feel like maybe someone is watching you, or you're watching them, But either way, the energy is stale. I feel like there's no movement. I feel like someone is being very closed off, very, very stubborn. Someone is also stuck in their comfort zone. But I'm also getting someone who is still holding on. Someone has not let go of something that they value. So if there's someone that you value very much, even though you've moved on, it's possible that you are still holding on to them or still have feelings for them, but it looks like maybe the feelings could be hidden, or you've built up some sort of wall, not wanting someone to penetrate that wall or to come through, or this is how they view you. And there is some sort of sadness with the Eight of Cups. Like someone is feeling like giving up because nothing's happening or because something's taking so long, even if this is talking about career. And it's just like, man, everybody's telling me no, or everyone's closing the door on me. I'm getting turned down or not getting a response. I don't even feel like you're being rejected. It just feels like you're not getting answers. And because of that, you're like, well, I'm not getting an answer. So even like if you went to an interview and you never got a response, they're not telling you no, they're not telling you yes. Maybe you call a check-in, they're like, oh, we're still going through candidates. And it's just like, well, what does this mean? If it's a relationship, it's like, is it over or not? And someone is just like, I don't know, there's no answer. It's like, no, we didn't break up, or no, we're not together. You know, it's like, what is this? Maybe you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But to me, it looks like someone is deciding to give up on something. I feel like maybe something has been disappointing, and overall I usually see this as someone feeling like something's missing and they're going to find the missing piece of the puzzle. So someone is still feeling empty and even abandonment. I feel like maybe someone is covering up the fact that they feel abandoned, or they're hiding behind their work, or just hiding behind their everyday persona. They're just covering it up that they're sad inside or going through some sort of depression. Now, I feel like your luck is going to shift or change once there is some sort of major transit. And we have several major transits coming up. I've talked about it before with Saturn moving into Aquarius. That could affect your love life. Yeah, that could definitely affect your love life if you are Leo rising or Aquarius rising. I feel like it can affect your career or your home life if you have Aquarius in either the 4th or the 10th house. So that would make you what? Is that, see, I mixed up the rising sign. I take too long. I need to look at the chart. But anyway, if you even if you have Aquarius as the 10th or the 4th house, there may be some sort of significant changes in your home or career depending on which house is transiting. And then also we have the sun getting ready to move into Aries. That could change some things. And then also Mercury will be going back into Pisces. So whatever these major changes are, and it looks like whenever there's going to be a shift, things take off really, really quickly. Like maybe things go from stagnant to everything happening at once. So maybe you have been trying to relocate, but maybe something has been stalled, paperwork, couldn't find a house, or just something. All of a sudden, here you go, you're moving, you're relocating, you're getting ready to travel or pack. In a love situation, maybe things have been stale, someone was holding back their feelings. All of a sudden, everything's coming out. Maybe no one's been talking to you. All of a sudden, you got several love interests. So, yeah, I feel like there's going to be a really quick and significant change pretty soon for you guys. Now, it definitely looks like some sort of communication. Physically, I feel like one of the persons in your life is full figured, thick, whatever you want to call it. I also feel that maybe someone wears glasses or contacts, like literally. Someone might have blonde hair or light colored hair while the other person has dark hair. One person has short hair. One person has long hair. I feel like there's going to be like a lot of communication. And I also feel like maybe if you are in a situation where you don't know if you should stay or if you should go, like whatever situation you're in, you're like, I'm stuck. I don't know if I should stay or if I should go. I feel like if you're in a relationship, for me, this kind of says it's an indication to just kind of stay where you are for now. Because there are some pending changes, like there's getting ready to be a shift. Or you can apply this for any situation where you feel like you don't know what to do at this point. Should you stay or should you go? Should you hold on to someone? Should you let go? It's saying that hold on to whatever it is, and at some point the wheel is going to turn. I also feel like this is destiny. This is something where this is something that's meant to be, I feel like, or whatever path that you're on is meant to happen. Something's meant to happen. And I also feel like you're going to know the difference. You're going to know if something is meant for you or not. I feel like if something is meant for you, everything's just going to start falling into place really quick. You know how you've had relationships and it just seemed like such a struggle, and then you get into another relationship and everything is just so easy and you guys are just on the same page. I feel like something like that might be going on. It's like when something is for you, things just kind of unfold really quickly. I even like to use my YouTube channel as an example. Like when I first started doing tarot on here, it took off kind of quick. And not saying that if your YouTube channel doesn't pick up quick that it's not meant for you. Maybe it's just not the right outlet, or maybe the timing is off. But for me, YouTube was the right timing and it was the right outlet. Just like I have followers on Twitter, but my Twitter page never takes off, although I don't really put that much effort. But it's like this YouTube for me has been the most easiest platform and that works for me, that works in my favor, with like effortlessly. So I feel like whatever you're leaning towards, you'll know is for you. You'll know the timing is right because things will just start happening effortlessly. Let me clarify a couple of things for you guys. I'm going to look at the Four of Pentacles first. Someone is hiding the fact that they're attracted to you, if we view this from a romantic perspective. I also feel that someone is still holding on to a picture of yours that is sexy in nature. So if you've ever sent sexual pictures to someone, they still hold on to them and view them. It's still saved to their hard drive, or it's saved in their phone, it's locked away, like they're protecting it. They really value those pictures. Even if you don't know this person, but maybe there's someone on your social media that follows you, that likes you, and you've posted anything remotely attractive or sexy. I even want to say if dudes have DM'd you, like you're still holding on to one of those DMs with the DP, the dick pic. So somebody is still holding on to that. Now, career-wise or creative-wise, I feel like maybe someone has a talent or a gift or a passion, and there's a need to share it, release it. Don't hold back. Like if you can sing, don't hide it. If you can draw, don't hide it. If you are wanting to chase your dreams, period, whatever it is, but you haven't done that because you feel like that's not the logical thing to do, or that's not the practical thing to do, I feel like at some point, if it's really a burning desire, at some point you're going to go after it, because see, you're doing it here. You're releasing it. Also love related, I see a long distance relationship. There's someone at a distance that you're still holding on to, or that you still want to be with. And then, like I said, someone is hiding the fact that they still care. Someone is still brokenhearted, still depressed. It could definitely be one of your followers. Like, it's your ex, but it's like you guys still follow each other. And also, as a physical description, I'm getting someone with very beautiful eyes. So I feel like you're very much attracted to this person's eyes. They're probably almond-like or cat-like. And I also feel like someone is like, you're haunted by the image of someone. Like their image still haunts you, even in your sleep. Like when you're not trying to think about this person, they show up in your dreams. Let me look at the Eight of Cups. And then I notice we have two eights coming out, so that might be significant. And then just overall transformations. I also feel like in the past there was an argument and no one bothered to pick up the pieces. I feel like someone left a mess. I feel like there was more to be said or more to share, but someone just left a mess. So someone out there is still dreaming about you, waiting to hear from you, but they're giving up. Or this is your energy. Somebody is just like, I'm still waiting, but I don't know how much longer I can wait. And someone is trying to remain hopeful. Now, the star is coming out in a clarifier, so it also says that something is happening, and it looks like, this also looks like Spirit is watering something here, and you're just here. It's like there's nothing else for you to do. It really isn't. Like maybe you are, I don't know if you're questioning what else can you do at this point. To me, it's saying, no, there's nothing that you need to do. Like everything's going to work out in due time. Everything's going to happen, like nature will run its course. So if it's meant for you to be with someone, it's going to happen. It's just that maybe you don't know how. You can't see how. You can't even fathom it, especially if there's like zero communication. So I feel like if something is meant to be, the universe is going to work it out. It's like you just can't figure it out. If it's about waiting for any type of love, if it's not someone specific, it's still saying it's coming. There's nothing else. You don't need to do anything else. You've done all you needed to do. We're taking care of the rest. We're watering your dreams. We're watering your prayers. We're making sure that we're nurturing whatever it is that you put into the universe, and it will manifest. It's just happening very slow. This can be career-wise. It's, just a need to overall have a lot of patience. I also feel like someone knows something that you don't know, but they can't tell you at this time. I don't know if you have like a psychic friend or if your mom is psychic. I feel like somebody knows something and they want to tell you, but they can't for whatever reason. Maybe they feel like they're going to jinx it. Maybe they made a promise to someone. But I feel like even though someone wants to share some positive news to you, they can't. Especially if someone had a positive dream about you. And this person is like normally gifted or some sort of seer. Let me look at the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, this definitely could be some sort of Libra energy. I feel like maybe there's a need to get your facts straight. Like that's the phrase I wanted to say first. Like something said, get your facts straight. So I feel like maybe your facts aren't in order. Maybe there needs to be clarity. I feel like somebody needs to hear both sides of the story before making a judgment call. So whether that's you, someone you're dealing with, career-wise, romantic-wise, someone needs to hear both sides of the situation before a fair decision can be made. But I feel like once there is clarity, and I do see this as eventually getting clarity. Now I see messengers. Before you send a message, have your facts straight. Before you say something to somebody, make sure you know what you're talking about. Make sure you understand what you feel. Don't speak out of context. Yeah, just make sure you're thinking clearly. And not that I even see you speaking out of context. I feel like this is what is actually happening anyway. It's like there's something that you're needing to say or that someone needs to say to you, but they're like, I need to have things presented together before I go saying something, before something is confirmed. Maybe someone doesn't want to promise something to you because they're like, no, I don't want to disappoint someone. So let me make sure everything is confirmed and all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed before I go opening my mouth. And then once someone has confirmation of something, once they're just 100% sure, at least 99% sure, I feel like that is when there's going to be some sort of decision or communication. Yeah, someone is really trying to think logically. Someone is being very analytical. If this is a situation where people are being compared, I feel like maybe someone is needing to compare two different people together before deciding who to move forward with. So yeah. All right, so that is what I have for deck number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. All right, we've got the 3 of Cups, the High Priestess, the 9 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Judgment, central issue, the guy, the Emperor, the Lovers, and the King of Cups. And most of you know this deck, but for those of you that are new, this is the Light Seers Tarot. All right, so central issue is that someone is thinking about their next move. Someone wants to make a power play, someone wants to strategize, and they understand that their next move is a very important move. So this can be, you know, love related for sure, since the Lovers is here. Maybe there is some sort of strategy in regards to who to move forward with. If it seems like there's a decision, it's like, who do I move towards? Now be careful that you aren't dealing with someone who is just a player, you know, or maybe you're the player, I don't know. But whatever the case, it looks like in a love situation, definitely maybe torn between two people. It looks like maybe love intercepted your life at a time where it was unexpected. And now you are faced with some sort of decision. Maybe this is a decision in regards to any type of business move, career changes, but you know, there's a choice, something you're being presented with. And I feel that you or a love interest is debating, contemplating, and is not in a rush. You are dealing with someone who is very much in control and self-disciplined. If you're being watched, or if you're in some sort of love situation. If this is strictly about you, this is you making some sort of power moves and definitely strategizing. Maybe you are flirting to get what you want. Maybe you're like, you know what, I don't really want to go on a date with the CEO, but they got connections, and if I gotta flirt a little bit, then damn it, I'll flirt. Remember in Boomerang when Eddie Murphy's character Marcus was dealing with Lady Eloise, and she was like so many years his senior, and he thought she had power decision making, but she didn't. But he didn't know that. But he still, because he thought she had power decisions, he went ahead and slept with her, regardless of the fact that I guess she must have been like in her 70s or something. She was working it though. She was cute for another, you know, somebody in her age range, but you know, it was just funny. So it makes me think of that. Like, before you do that, before you make that power move, know the whole situation. Which is funny because deck 1 just kind of ended up talking about that as well. Like, needing to know all the facts before making some sort of decision. So something does seem like a game. And something could be your turn, like the ball is in your court. Maybe someone has already expressed an interest in you, or maybe someone has made some sort of business proposition with you. You want to go into business, you know, you'll get this percentage, let me know, you know, sleep on it. And whatever the case, like I feel like someone put something out there and now it's just like, okay, let me think about it. How is this going to benefit me? What is going to be the best for my future? If you're thinking about a love situation, it's like, who is most in alignment with my lifestyle? So there are things that need to be thought about from a strategic point of view. Now I see a reconciliation. You definitely, if you aren't the pursuer, well, from the pursuer's point of view, they're watching you and they do want to introduce themselves. Matter of fact, maybe if they don't introduce themselves to you, they might have someone to do it for them. Like, go introduce me to this person, because I feel like there's a common interest here. So maybe, I don't know if this person is too shy, if they're just, or whatever the situation is that's preventing them from speaking out on their own. I feel like it's going to take a third energy to bring the two of you together. So yeah, it could be that you guys have the same friend, or you both belong to the same circle, or maybe it's even a family member, that needs to introduce you to their friend or something like that. So I do feel like there's going to be a meeting. If you're interested in dating, this can definitely be an opportunity to date. Excuse me, if you're in a relationship now, this might be where it gets kind of shady, because you or your love interest may have someone else in the picture. It looks like they were introduced, or by chance these two people connected, and it's like they're starting off as friends, but something else is going on. It looks like the beginning of a love triangle. So red flags if you're in an established relationship. If you're dating, no big deal. There's other people in the picture. Someone has to make a decision. It might be you, it might be them. And then also, like I said, it could just be a matter, if you're single, of introducing two people together. You also might be the one playing matchmaker. Maybe you're in a relationship, but you know a friend, and this friend is single, and you're like, you know what, you all make a nice couple. I'm going to introduce you all together. So you could be the one making plans and playing matchmaker. Good energy also for those of you that are entrepreneurs. Looks like you could be making some sort of business moves, making plans. Maybe you're kind of laying down the foundation of whatever business that you're starting. This is something that you're passionate about, and it also may have something to do with being a reader. So definitely looks like this is a good time to focus on your business and your creativity. Any type of hidden talent that you have. I feel like you also could be introduced to the right people business-wise, like because you're friends with this person, they introduce you to another person, and things kind of just go from there. Now, going back to a romantic situation, I feel like this is about a secret admirer. And I feel like even though maybe you already kind of laugh and talk with this person, there are still hidden elements to them. Like, there's still hidden layers. There are things that you don't know about this person. There are things that are, there are some sort of secrets going on. And even if the secret is that they really haven't told you how they feel, maybe they're acting more like platonic. but maybe there's really some more feelings there. I get a connection that is also very mysterious or deep. Something about you might find yourself asking yourself why you're attracted to somebody. You're like, why am I so attracted to this person? What is this about our connection that I'm so drawn to them? Some of you may be dealing with some sort of insecurities or trust issues. I feel like some of you are just very suspicious. I feel like you're so close to something, so close to completing something, but there's a little barrier that you need to cross. Something, yeah, there's a barrier. It almost feels like an invisible barrier. So I'm like getting the image of someone trying to break into a bank and being so close to the vault, but they're like laser lights, laser beams going all across. Yes, I'm thinking about Ocean's 12. But it's like laser beams everywhere or something, and it's like trying to strategize, like, how do I bypass these laser beams without setting off the alarm? So I guess maybe there is someone trying to strategize how to overcome something or how to break past some sort of barrier. Maybe it's just some sort of barrier that you're working on within yourself. Maybe you are aware that you're blocking something, or that something is blocking you from achieving goals, and you're trying to go within and understand like what it is that you're doing, or what is it that's holding you back. So even though the Hermit isn't here, I am getting like soul searching vibes. I also feel that your intuition has been heightened, or it will be, because I'm seeing you being very in tune with your dreams and just your feelings overall, which is another thing the High Priestess talks about. Like, there's something that you're wanting the answers to, and no matter how many readers or psychics you go to, the answer is already embedded within you. And it's not meant for someone to directly tell you. It's like the rest of it, you have to figure it out on your own. And that means that you have to feel your way out of the darkness. So that means that you're going to have to start making decisions and not really knowing where these decisions are headed. But, let's just say you're standing at a corner and you're like, should I cross the street first on this side, or should I cross this street? Like, which street should I cross over first? And you're really at the corner trying to debate on which is more logical. At some point, you just have to be like, well, you know what? I'm just going to choose to cross the street first because I like that store that's across the street. So then I'll go on that side of the street first, and then I guess I'll make my rounds or see what happens after that. So yes, that is what you have to do. You have to make some sort of decision based off of something. And then from that, I feel like maybe you'll be led to more clues about what you're supposed to do. So it does look like something is like figuring out clues, figuring out puzzles. Like, I feel like you're in the middle of some sort of jigsaw puzzle, and everything is intuitively based, which is difficult because you're wanting some sort of concrete evidence that you are on the right trail, or what you feel is real. But you don't have any clues. It's nothing is telling you that you're right except your heart or your intuition. Makes me think of that old song by Patrice Rushen. Feels so real and I just can't let go. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, but also I feel like some of you are just waiting for things to happen. You might be getting bored, just waiting. You're like, I'm so tired, like, and it looks like maybe things are trying to get your attention, but you're unfocused right now because your heart is somewhere else, you know? I feel like if you're trying to move on from someone and you're dating other people, like the people that you're dating, you're not really feeling them, or they're fun for the time being, but in the back of your mind, in the back of your heart, you're like, that's not what I really want though. I really want the other person. So you're just kind of disinterested because emotionally you're still attached to someone else. Now also this could go the other way around, especially if someone is not really paying attention to you. It could be that their heart is somewhere else. This also could be a situation where decisions have to be made between you and another person, but maybe the both of you are waiting for the other person to make the first move and it just seems like it's not happening. I feel like something needs to be released. Something is weighing you down. You need to figure out what it is that is weighing you down. I feel like once you are able to release something is when some sort of opportunity is going to come back, because I also see this as something coming back to life, or something like some sort of unfinished business that needs to be addressed. So matter of fact, let me go ahead and start with the Judgment card. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like certain things aren't going to be able to happen until the past is dealt with. See? It's going back to the Nine of Wands. Something is within you. You need to figure out something within yourself. Some of you are afraid to admit something, or afraid to come forth, afraid to let go. Like something could be a crutch for you. You're holding on to excuses. I'm just feeling like because you've been hurt in the past, your past trauma is holding you back. That's all that it is. Someone just does not want to get shot down again. So whether this is you or someone that wants to come towards you, I feel like it can't happen unless you or them are willing to take the risk of getting hurt again. And it's like somebody really wants to do it too. They really want to come towards you, or you really want to come towards someone, or you really want to go towards your dreams. But maybe let's say you wanted to run away to California to become an actress or an actor, and you did that in the past. You were shot down, things did not work out, you had to go back home, but you never lost that burning desire to act. And you're like, I really want to try it again. I'm older, but I don't know. What if, it didn't work out before? Why should it work now? Like, what's different? So there's something that you're struggling with internally that's holding you back. This is really you. It's really you. I feel like at this point, you or someone is being over analytical. And I also feel like going back to a situation where, let's say someone is watching you from a distance and it's someone that you know. I feel like, excuse me, I just really feel like they want so badly to know that it's okay before they come forward. It's like I feel like it could be someone that you know, only because someone is so terrified of being shot down again. So I don't know if you push them away, or maybe it's even a situation where you push them away. So you're thinking like, well, I still want to talk to them, but I push them away. That doesn't make sense for me to go back towards them. So that could also be a reason why someone will be withholding, because they're like, well, I'm the one that pushed them away. Why would I go back? Why would they want to be with me after I told them no? You know, so it might be something like that. Let me look at the High Priestess. I feel like someone's throat chakra is blocked and needs healing. Someone has been trying to get your attention through dreams or through any type of metaphysical ways. Spirits, or the person, if someone is very gifted and knows how to astral project or astral travel, I feel like they're trying to use that gift to get your attention. If it's not them, then it's your spirit guides, your ancestors. They wait for you to go to sleep so that they can give you messages and give you clues and try to send encouraging things for you, trying to uplift your spirits or encourage you. But I feel like you guys feel like that's not enough. You're like, I could dream all day about this, that, and the other, but it's just a dream. Like, some of you really need something to be materialized, like hardcore evidence to know that it's okay to pursue a person or your passions. I also feel like you guys have been secretly doing some sort of studying or research, either about astrology or anything dealing with esoteric wisdom. I feel like you are on a spiritual journey, and you are kind of being guided by your own inner voice. There's something, though, that you're still hiding or holding back. There's stubborn energy. Stubborn energy. So let me look at the Three of Cups really quickly, because it looks like you're introduced to an opportunity or introduced to someone, and you have a vision now, but then you don't do anything about it. It's like you vision yourself with this person, but you're not doing anything about it. You vision yourself doing this dream job, but you're not doing anything about it. So let me see. Physical attribute, I see someone with a tattoo on their back. And I just heard Kanye's All of the Lights. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Now it makes me want to listen to it. I used to love that song. But I just heard All of the Lights. I don't know if it's something about the lyrics or if that's something that you just like to listen to. Somebody's daydreaming. Three of Cups is And like I said, like I felt like you were introduced to something, but nothing's happening. Something is just in the air, stagnant. You also might need to see something from a different perspective. It could be a friendship. Maybe maybe there's a friend that you're starting to view differently, or your friend is starting to view you differently, but no one's saying anything. Could be dealing with any sign, but could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Aries. Man, yeah, someone is definitely afraid of confronting someone, or maybe someone's afraid to speak to an air sign. Maybe an air sign is afraid to speak to someone. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Someone is suffering in silence. Someone is refusing to see or speak the truth. And there's just this waiting and anxiety. I feel like someone is trying to isolate themselves. Someone goes into hiding every time they start having anxiety. There also may be a need to meditate to get back centered when there's anxiety attacks. So yeah, for the most part, I feel like you guys are needing to go within and overcome something within yourself so that things can start moving, so that there can be movement. So I feel like once you figure out what the blockage is, and I feel like you're not going to, I've talked about this before, I feel like you're not going to know what's holding you back until it's over and you have a chance to look back and reflect to see what you've come out of. Then it's going to make sense. But things may be on hold for you at the time because you're still processing something about yourself internally. So let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, central issue, the Emperor again, Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. All right, so central issue again is dealing, I say again because I don't know if you guys are watching all 3 videos, but yeah, the Emperor is out again as the central issue, indicating that either someone is watching you and strategizing from a distance, or you are someone who is just quietly strategizing and planning out your next move. Someone is a master of seduction. Someone is very quiet, and their presence is very demanding. This is someone who walks into a room and everyone just kind of feels their energy without them saying anything. And it's just like, whoa, like, did you feel an energy shift? So someone does command attention silently. They don't have to say anything. They don't have to lift a finger. To my Office fans, this also makes me think of what's his name? Robert California, played by what's his name? His real name? James Spader. It's so funny how he just like came in. He was like, he was someone that was supposed to be interviewed for a job. And when he came into the room, it's like people were immediately intimidated by him. And he was like reading everybody. And he immediately he knew every personality that he came across. And then he knew what things to say to make them doubt themselves. So it's almost like a manipulative energy too that he had. But this This energy definitely makes me think of that type of person. So someone definitely is commanding with little or no effort. You just find yourself doing things for this person, and then you look up and you're like, why am I doing this for you? And they're like, I didn't ask you to do it. I don't know. Why did you? So, yeah, very dominating energy. Now, also feel that someone has plans to move forward. Someone is planning on speaking or opening up, but not before they are ready. And there's nothing that you can do to rush this person. Or this could be your energy. Like I said, it could go the other way around. It's like you are not going to make a move or say anything until you are good and ready. You're like, I don't care what you do. You can push my buttons. You can irritate me. You can seduce me. I'm not doing anything until I'm ready. Now, I see also an opportunity for a career change, or for you to focus on starting your own business. I also feel that something's going to get confirmed. I feel like you're going to have physical confirmation of something that you felt intuitively. The only thing though, it's like even after you get physical confirmation of something or proof of something, you are still going to question it. I feel like you are not going to believe something. You're like, something is too good to be true, or you are going to feel like something is an illusion. You're like, that isn't real. Yeah, I know that's right in front of my face, but I'm not buying it. So I feel like you guys are just not wanting to be deceived. I also feel like someone is offering something to you, love related or career related, but it's like you need to think about it. You're not 100% sure on what you need to do for whatever reason. It could be because it's an affair. It could be it's either an affair or something very taboo. And it's just like, ooh, this is taboo. Like maybe you're getting paid to do something. And you're like, damn, that's good money, but how do I feel about that? Like, what if it gets out? I don't know if I'm ready for that. What if my family finds out? And, it would be embarrassing. So I feel like if it could be a situation like that where you are being tempted with some sort of offer, but there's a chance that whatever it is, the offer is taboo. Definitely see, because I see the family card, something definitely could be taboo or an affair. Now also see two people who share the same dream. Someone may be viewing you as their ideal partner, companion. Maybe they even want to start a family with you or a business with you. But I feel like maybe someone is just like, this person is too good to be true. Like they don't make people like this anymore. And that also could be the reason why someone has not moved forward in a love situation. Or if they do, this is just what they're going to be thinking, or you are going to be thinking. You might keep saying, this can't be real. This person is making all these beautiful promises. I need to make sure that I'm not looking at this through rose-tinted glasses, because there is the possibility of illusion. You do need to detach emotionally before you make some sort of decision about something, before you make that decision to go in a relationship, before you make that decision to have a baby, before you make that decision to proceed with this Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. Whatever the case is, it's like you do need to think about it, because your judgment might not be clear. And this also could be simply you getting so many offers that you don't know who to move forward with. You're like, man, this person came at me, this person, but I like this person, but I like the other person too because they offered this, that, you know, and it's just like, damn, who do I move forward with? I don't know who to choose. I feel like in that case, I don't feel like you have to make some sort of decision off the bat. I think something's going to be very obvious. I feel like something is glaring in your face. I feel like something is right there. You just have to believe it because it's there for you. Some of you are going to get an engagement. Like I see this as an offering of engagement. And then for others of you, I see someone maybe doing something very big to prove that they are serious about you. So they're doing things or giving you some sort of gift, but they're trying to prove that they're dead ass about you. I also feel like whatever someone gives to you is something, or someone is a keeper. I feel like someone is a keeper, and I also feel that if someone gives you a gift, it's something very valuable, something that you're going to hold on to and save. Like you have a safe spot for it. So whether it's a piece of jewelry or anything that you value, I see you really feeling like it's precious and taking care of it. Love-wise, I also feel like there's someone around you that doesn't want to let you go. They feel like you're the one. It's just that there are doubts sometimes. Or it could be that even though they found the one or you found the one, other people come into the picture to try to tempt them or seduce them, and it's up to you to realize what's real and what's the illusion, because earth energy here, something's real. Something's the real deal, but you need to figure out what it is. I see too, some of you have been having some crazy dreams and have been trying to figure out what it is. And then also in a love situation, I see a love seeming so perfect that it starts taking off very quickly. I've actually had something like that before, where something seemed so perfect that immediately there were talks about moving in and having children, but we put on the brakes because we were like, whoa, 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 maybe we're not thinking clearly. You know, we're obviously falling in love too quickly. Personal advice. I always feel like, yes, you should kind of make sure that you aren't looking at something through rose-tinted glasses. But at the same time, if something feels right, what are you comparing it to? Just because some other people waited 10 years to get married, does that mean that you have to do that? And I don't know if you guys have ever heard me tell the story before of a couple I know that's still married to this day. They met in, I think the year was like 2000. Yeah, they met in 2000. So there's the 20 years later, they're still together, still happy. But they met, went on a couple of dates. 6 weeks later, they were married. They were like, nope, I found the one. He or she, they're a keeper. We both recognize this. And bam, they just immediately got married. And they're still together, have children, started a family. I don't know if they told anyone. Maybe had they told people that they were getting married, people would have talked them out of it or would have set some doubts or fears in their heart. But, you know, and then also maybe this is why something has to be a secret, because people will whisper doubt and put it on your heart. So, I mean, I feel like there could be numerous reasons here, but definitely those are the energies I'm getting. So let me go ahead and look at the Seven of Cups. Again, I'm getting the energy of someone who is still holding on to some old messages that were sent. Either you're still holding on to someone's old messages or they're holding on to yours. So it's clarified by the Nine of Wands. I feel like somebody does not trust what is being offered, or someone doesn't trust that. It's like someone feels like the universe is playing a joke on them. It's like, this can't be real. There's no way this person wants to marry me or be into me. There's no way that I just got offered this position. Like, what's the punchline? What's the trick? Like, somebody is really feeling like the joke is on them. So I feel like you don't trust something. You think something is just a part of your imagination. I also see this is, like I said earlier, or did I don't know if I said it in the third deck, but I'm getting the energy of someone who wants to come forward, but they're very hesitant for whatever reason, making excuses. And so this person is trying to get your attention through dreams first, before they approach you in 3D. Somebody can't stop thinking about you or you them. I feel like every time someone plans on doing something, they get cold feet. Somebody's been planning to ask you to marry them for a long time, or someone has been planning on just reaching out to you for a long time, but they keep getting cold feet. Job-wise, I do see someone has been planning on pursuing their dreams, but they get cold feet. Let me look at the Eight of Wands here. This looks like a sudden burst of communication. Seeing a bunch of synchronicities or messages. Bombs bursting in air. I feel like sending out an SOS. Like, I feel like someone is going to, they're saying things or doing things to get your attention. I feel like something is becoming like an emergency almost. This has to do with someone who's been suffering in silence. And I do feel like they're, like I said, they're trying to get your attention. It's kind of like smoke signals. Someone is really trying to get you to acknowledge them. Someone has too much pride to say something directly. Oh my goodness. I just keep getting so much fear. And what something could be. Like, something could be so beautiful if we could just get past all these doubts and these fears and these insecurities. Someone's been holding on to messages or a song that they just want to share with you, or you them, and they have not done it yet. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it's gonna happen. I feel like it's going to happen. And I think it's going to be pretty obvious that someone's trying to get your attention. I don't know. Maybe they've already been doing this, but you've been ignoring it, wanting more proof, or just not being sure. I also feel like someone is going through a breakup and they might be announcing it. Or someone is trying to say that they're not happy or that they're leaving. Like something's going on and they want you to see it. So it's up to you whether or not you want to listen to that person or move forward. So anyway, hopefully these messages resonated, but feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.